With more AEW stars out due to injury, Wardlow calling out MJF, Bianca Belair saying fans must respect WWE stars' boundaries, details on AEW wellness policy, and many, many more. Now, before we begin with the wrestling report for July 7th, 2022, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and press that notification bell for daily wrestling news. Without further ado, let's cue that intro.
Mink, mink, mink.
This week's episode of Monday Night Raw drew an average of 1.563 million viewers on the USA Network, which is down from the 1.951 million viewers it did a week ago. The 18 to 49 demographics that saw the rating of 0.37, which is down from the 0.54 rating it did last week. In this case, John Cena's 20th anniversary show. I think that's great. Sounded like a classy show. WWE reached out to me personally and asked me if we would send in videos for some of the top stars. They asked me for videos from Chris Jericho, Paul Wright, Bryan Danielson, and Mark Henry. Mark Henry's didn't make the air, but I'm sure they had a lot of great videos, and I understood why they want them. He's a great star. But they did show Paul Wright, Bryan Danielson, and Chris Jericho. I thought those were great wrestlers to ask for, and I had no problem with it. I also left it up to those wrestlers if they wanted to do it. I sent them to our head of HR, and she told them that they asked about this and if they wanted to do the videos. It was fine with us, but it was up to them. In the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer reported more details regarding this policy and the resources that AEW provides to its athletes for mental health. AEW has a talent playbook that is distributed to all talents and contains information on several policies, including the drug policy and drug protocol. It also has a concussion protocol, a hydration, and other items. AEW has a mental health resource available to staff and wrestlers. It looks like John Cena will not be returning to wrestle at WWE SummerSlam later this month. Monday's episode of WWE Raw had kicked off with an in-ring segment between Theory and the United States Champion Bobby Lashley. During the segment, Theory announced that he will be getting his US title match against Lashley at SummerSlam. So this means the Theory versus Cena match is not happening, but it could happen later on. AEW President Tony Khan has confirmed Santana suffered an injury in the blood and guts match last Wednesday night on Dynamite. The left knee injury happened during the spot with Daniel Garcia just minutes after he entered the double cage. It was a non-contact injury. While speaking on the Busted Open Radio today, Khan didn't provide details on the severity or timetable for Santana's return. However, he did say it would be relatively long. In a recent interview with the Wrestling Classic podcast, Wardlow, he would say this about MJF. We was together for 3 years. It was the first 3 years of my career. He was a big part of my career, Wardlow said. So if anybody is allowed to touch on this subject, it's probably me. But I'll just say this, he's not a good person. He really is a piece of shit. It was not enjoyable working for him. He put me through more stress than anything. And his behavior inside of the business and outside of the business is unacceptable. But that's all I'm going to say about that. The Raw Rumors champion has shared that a fan had followed her from the venue that hosted the event for 20 minutes until she had stopped at a red light. The fan had ran up to the window to get a photo. Now, while speaking with Nick Hasman of Wrestling Inc. Belair, she commented on the situation and stated that fans should respect WWE stars' boundaries. She would say, I love my fans. I love all of the love and support that they give me. But when we are outside of the WWE wrestling space, or at nighttime especially, I know it might seem it's fun and all in the name of fun, but there's boundaries. What do you guys think about the news? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for daily wrestling videos. Emilio Salamander, signing off. Until the next one.